Yes, there.
Well done. We showed them, didn't we? Fantastic.
She got a starred first, whatever that is.
Did she indeed? That's pretty good. In fact, it's pretty fantastic, especially after only 1 year.
I'd like to do some research.
Of course, but what?
Cosmic energy.
Cosmic.
And anti-gravity.
Anti-gravity. That's an interesting idea. Could there be such a thing?
Intellectual vandalism, that's what it is.
But what has it to do with me?
Someone has managed to break into the computer and make use of it to play with the radio telescope.
But who?
They are messages. You mean somebody is actually sending them? Yes. An intelligent life form. More than that. Oh, this is very exciting for me. Why, Chocky? What is it? They are my people.
Little green men with horns and eyes in the middle of their forehead.
No, it's not like that. We had messages, signals from them.
Oh, you made contact with intelligent life forms. You did. Something the world has been trying to do for centuries.
I think I've heard enough. Thank you, Albertine.
But you've got to believe me. It's true. I have a friend.
From outer space?
Yes. Yes. Oh, Chocky, please, help me. Please. I am Albertine's friend. My name is Chocky.
What? What on earth?
What is it?
It speaks.
I'm sorry, Chocky. I messed it up.
Do not be afraid.
Is this... Albertine, is this what you're talking about?
Yes.
It's an illusion. It's some sort of conjuring trick.
I don't think it is.
I am no illusion. I have come to help you.
But where have you come from? Chocky, is it?
It is.
God, he's talking to it. Must be going off his head. I always knew the man was unstable. He's not fit.
Oh, do be quiet, Dracot.
What?
Shut up, you silly man.
You are an astrophysicist. Now, you can't possibly take this tomfoolery seriously.
Oh, shut up, for goodness sake.
Right, well, I'm not staying here to be made a fool of.
Sorry about that.
I have come from a distant planet, many parsecs away. So far away, I cannot begin to describe to you where it is.
That's what we were doing with the radio telescope, trying to locate Chocky's home.
But if your planet is so far away, how could you possibly have traveled here?
My body is not here, only my mind. Mind has no mass, therefore it takes no time to travel.
Grief, that's a clever one.
But if you're not really here, then what...
What you are seeing is merely my energy field. I can materialize it for short periods.
What do you want from us?
I do not want anything from you. I want to give you something.
The secret of cosmic power.
Incredible.
It may seem incredible to you now, Professor, but I intend to explain everything. Cosmic energy costs nothing. It is freely available and completely unlimited. It can never be used up like your fossil fuels. It will last as long as the universe itself.
It's a dream. The dream.
I am working through Albertine. You must provide her with the facilities she needs.
Yes.
Of course we will.
You must look after her and keep her safe. Tell no one what she is really doing until she has achieved my purpose.
Your secret will be safe with us.
We promise.
That is good. I thank you.
I'm sorry, Beatrice. I did everything I could for you. It was no use.
It's ridiculous. Didn't you tell them about her interfering with my program?
Yes, of course.
They still agreed to give her the grant.
Apparently.
Could they? How could they possibly do that? There must have been some reason.
Oh, there was. Indeed, there was.
What?
Please, Beatrice, don't ask me.
Why not?
You would not believe me if I told you.
Oh, this is silly. What am I supposed to do now?
I don't know, really. Well, you can finish what you're doing, of course.
And then?
Well, have to find someone else to fund you. But it won't be easy.
No. Unless
Unless what?
your committee can be persuaded to change their minds.
And withdraw the grant from Albertine Mayer, you mean?
Precisely.
I don't think there's much chance of that.
We'll see.
Hello. That's coming on well.
It's not bad. It's not exactly what's in my head. I need to improve my technique with oils.
Well, you might have the opportunity to do that.
How?
I didn't tell you before, but I had a letter from the Metropolitan Academy in New York. They're offering you a Kennedy Scholarship to study painting there.
New York? That'd be fantastic.
Wouldn't it? Here, read it.
Hang on, I've got paint in my hand.
It seems their principal was over here and he saw your exhibition. He was so impressed, he went back and told his board about you, and this is the result.
Super. But what about my ordinary schooling?
They say they can arrange that for you.
Great. I couldn't go, though.
Why not?
What about you and Mummy and Polly? I couldn't go without you.
I've already spoken to my boss. I can arrange an exchange with the firm's New York office. They've asked me before if I'd like to go for a year or so. Mummy says she'd love to.
Truly?
Albertine doesn't need you now, does she?
No, I don't think so.
How is she, by the way? Is everything all right?
It is now. She's got a grant, and they've said they'll fund our project.
Oh, that's good.
All she has to do is give a list of everything she needs to a professor, and then she'll be able to start.
Well, this doesn't look too horrendous. Assuming we can find suitable premises.
It's essential for us to have somewhere safe, and somewhere on its own.
Yes, of course. We don't want to make it easy for nosy Parkers to come prying, do we?
No.
The house I'm renting at the moment might do. It has a large basement.
Good. We'll look into that then, shall we? Now, Albertine will be reporting to me at the end, of course. But she'll need a supervisor for the project.
My father will do that.
That would be rather unusual, you know.
The fewer outsiders there are, the better.
Yes, I suppose so. Well, I dare say I can persuade the other members of the board to agree to that, so long as I assume final responsibility.
Good.
That brings us to the question of staff. Now, you need some good research assistants.
We can find those.
Well, how would you know where to look?
Chocky will know.
Oh, yes. Chocky.
Don't worry, Professor. It'll be all right, I promise you.
Yes, but
There'll be young people like me.
young people. You mean children?
That's right.
No. No, it's simply not possible. I mean, there cannot be any others like you. You're an exception.
Well, she is indeed. There are others. Not quite as brilliant, maybe, but...
No, I'm sorry. I can't agree to that. A major research project run entirely by children? We'd be the laughing stock of the university. Of the entire academic world.
Oh dear. I don't know what Chocky will say.
She's not here now, then.
She can't be with me all the time, you know. She's with somebody else at the moment.
Children. No. No, I'm sorry. It's just not possible.
I tell you what, Professor. Leave it for now.
Daddy?
Now, don't make up your mind about it yet. But come to tea with us on Sunday. There's someone I'd like you to meet.
What a good idea.
Bravo, bravo, young man.
Very good, Matthew.
That is super.
I do congratulate you. The oboe is a most difficult instrument. It must have taken great dedication to reach such a high standard.
Not really. I just play for fun.
For fun? Well, your enjoyment certainly shows.
Yes, indeed.
All the same, you must have put in a lot of very hard work. How old were you when you started?
13.
13? No, that's not possible. You can't be much more than that now.
No, it was only last year.
It's perfectly true, Professor. I can vouch for it.
Good heavens. Well, it must be in the blood. Or rather, in the genes. Are all your family such good musicians, young man?
No, I'm the only one who can really play anything.
That's amazing. Such a talent, and you've no idea where it comes from.
I think we all know that, don't we, Matthew?
Honestly, it's perfectly simple, Professor.
You remember Chocky?
Chocky? You mean... you too?
Matthew was the first of Chocky's children.
Well, I never. So this is the person you want to work with, Albertine?
No. Matthew's work is in art. He's going to New York on a Kennedy scholarship.
Chocky wants me to show people how to see things properly. I can do that with my painting.
This is all rather too much for me, I'm afraid.
Chocky's found some others who are particularly good at maths and science. They'll be the ones who are helping me.
But what do we tell people? How can we explain having these children here?
Why don't we call it a special research program into gifted children?
Gifted children? Yes, I suppose we could do that. After all, I suppose it would be basically true.
It would be useful, too, in persuading the parents to let their children come to us. They may not know about Chocky yet.
Gee, this is great. Aren't they cute?
I agree with Mike. It is very nice here.
Thank you, Sue Lin. I'm glad you like Cambridge.
We got a Cambridge in the States, too, you know.
Have you? I bet it hasn't got a famous university like this.
Has too. It's called Harvard.
That's right. Very fine university.
Really?
Sure, it's just across the river from Boston, where I come from.
We've got a university in Hong Kong, but it's not so pretty as this. Not so old, you know?
Nothing is, except Oxford, perhaps. Come on, let's find an ice cream. Are you lot talking to each other again?
Sorry, Daddy. Mike was just telling us a joke.
I think we're going to have a rule. That when there are other people with you, like me, you always speak out loud.
But it's so much quicker, Mr. Mayor, when we only have to think.
Yes, I know, but if you always shut other people out, they're going to think it's because you're talking about them or saying things you don't want them to hear.
You mean it could be sort of rude, right?
Bad manners.
Exactly.
I see.
You're doing it again.
I'm sorry.
We didn't think.
Okay, we agree. No telepathy in front of other people.
Good. Save it for when you're working.
We promise.
This is the place. You ready?
Yes?
Morning. You're Albertine Mayer, aren't you?
Yes, that's right. Who are you?
I'm a reporter from the Daily News. Is your dad in?
No, I'm afraid he's not.
Oh, what a shame. Well, perhaps I could have a word with you.
13-year-old child genius Albertine Mayer, who astonished the world by coming top in Cambridge exams after only 1 year, now has company. The university is starting a hush-hush research program into gifted children. So far, 2 other child prodigies have joined Albertine. Su Lin Chang from Hong Kong and Mike Harley from Boston, USA.
What do you know? We're famous.
More's the pity. Wish I knew who tipped them off.
It doesn't matter, Daddy. As long as they don't know about Chocky and what we're really doing here.
I don't like it all the same. You did jolly well, Olivia, to get them to swallow this story, but... Hello, Arnold Mayer? Our professor. Yes, I have. Hello? I'll come round as soon as I can.
I'm very sorry, but you can't see Professor Ferris. I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, madam. I have no instructions. Oh, Mr. Mayor. You're to go straight up, sir, if you please.
Thank you.
Oh, not you, madam, if you don't mind. And you, laddie. No, I'm very sorry. Well, you might as well... It's all right here, madam.
Come. We're besieged, Mayor. Besieged by doting parents, all of whom seem to be convinced that their children are geniuses or genii.
Oh, dear. The newspaper article?
Precisely. And there's a report on the wireless this morning, too. They all want to volunteer their precious brats for your research into gifted children. Hello? No. No, madam, we're not looking for any more children. We have quite enough already. Yes, thank you. Goodbye. What are we to do? I can't just tell them all it's not true, can I?
Hardly.
Oh, dear, it really is most inconvenient.
Why don't you simply ask them to leave their names, addresses, and particulars and say you'll be in touch with them?
And what happens when I don't? They'll all come swarming back again.
I suppose they might.
They do look a pretty determined bunch.
It seemed such a good idea.
Oh, it was. It still is. I never thought for a moment it would turn out anything like this.
When it comes to clever children, proud parents can be a menace.
I suppose if the worst comes to the worst, they want to have their children assessed. We'll assess them. We'll set them an examination, some form of aptitude and intelligence test.
Yes, which they'll all fail. Excellent, Mayor. We'll get rid of a lot of them.
Unless, of course, there should happen to be any real geniuses amongst them.
Our work will fall into 3 parts. First, we have to construct an energy collector, which will gather the energy from cosmic rays and muons. Second, we have to build anti-gravity screens, which will operate with the energy collector. And when we have completed these 2, then I will show you how to harness the full power of the cosmos.
Why can't you tell us how it works first?
You would not be able to understand it. It is very difficult for your human minds to make the giant leaps to such new concepts. That is why no one has discovered it before now.
I hope we should be able to do it. It sounds very hard to me.
And to me.
You will. I have chosen you 3 because you have special minds which are capable of accepting such changes. We shall proceed gradually, step by step. When we have finished, it will all seem very obvious to you.
It still sounds like a lot of hard work.
There will be times when your minds will ache with pain. There will be times when you feel very tired. But it will all be worth it. You will be more famous than your Newton or Einstein.
But it won't be the same. They did it all themselves.
Perhaps they did.
And perhaps they didn't.
You mean those guys might have had help?
It is possible, isn't it not?
But how?
I am here now, helping you. There could have been others like me, from other civilizations.
Yeah, but people would have known, wouldn't they, if anybody had landed?
I have not landed, yet I am here.
Yeah, but we already know about you.
Only because I allow you to know.
That's right. I didn't know about Chocky until Matthew told me. I remember I was very cross at first.
Exactly. You see, it is all in the mind.
Yeah. I've been kind of wondering, Chocky, how'd you do it? How'd you make your mind travel?
Yes. Could you teach us that? Could we do it?
You already do.
We do? How?
With what you call telepathy.
You mean I could project my mind through space to your home?
No. The individual human mind is not powerful enough to do that.
You?
No? Sulin,
No, it's not me.
it's somebody new.
He's found somebody. A new friend.
He's coming through very strong.
Too strong, it hurts.
Hey, man, wherever you are, cool it.